Hello everyone, konnichiwa. Welcome to the 21st lesson of the Basic Japanese series for beginners. In this video, you will learn a few verbs such as open, shut, turn on, turn off, sit, stand, etc. which are used both at work and in daily life. You will also learn two sentence patterns. The first one ending with te mo ii desu ka, which refers to asking permission to do an action. And the second one which has te kara in between two verbs to indicate that the second action is to be conducted upon completion of the first. And by the end of this lesson, you will be able to use all of them and frame sentences on your own. So please watch it till the end. Let me begin with some verbs which are commonly used both at work and in daily life. It'll be easy if you remember them in pairs. The first one is tsukemasu, which means to turn on. Say for example light, TV, AC, etc. Its te form is tsukete, and by adding kudasai to it, we will get tsukete kudasai, which means please turn on. Next is keshimasu, which means to turn off. Say for example light, TV, AC, etc. Its te form is keshite, and by adding kudasai to it, we will get keshite kudasai, which means please turn off. Next is akemasu, which means to open. Say for example door, window, etc. Its te form is akete, and by adding kudasai to it, we will get akete kudasai, which means please open. Next is shimemasu, which means to shut or close. Say for example door, window, etc. Its te form is shimete, and by adding kudasai to it, we will get shimete kudasai, which means please shut or please close. Next is suwarimasu, which means to sit down. Say for example on a chair. Its te form is suwatte, and by adding kudasai to it, we will get suwatte kudasai, which means please sit down. Next is tachimasu, which means to stand up. Its te form is tatte, and by adding kudasai to it, we will get tatte kudasai, which means please stand up. Next is hairimasu, which means to enter. Say for example a room. Its te form is haitte, and by adding kudasai to it, we will get haitte kudasai, which means please enter or please come in. Next is demasu, which means to leave or go out. Say for example a room. Its te form is dete, and by adding kudasai to it, we will get dete kudasai, which means please leave or please go out. This can be impolite, so please be careful when you use this expression. For your information, dete kudasai is also used to request someone to answer the phone, in which case they will say denwa ni dete kudasai, which means please answer the phone. Next, let us learn a new sentence pattern. We will use the same te form of the verbs which you learnt earlier, but instead of adding kudasai or imasu, we will add mo ii desu. And this pattern ending with te mo ii desu is used to give permission to do an action. Now, if we add ka at the end of the sentence, then it will become a question. And this pattern ending with te mo ii desu ka is used to ask permission to do an action. Let me give you a few examples and the usage will become clear. Heya means room, tabako means cigarette, and the verb suimasu means to smoke. Its te form is sutte. By adding mo ii desu ka, we will get tabako sutte mo ii desu ka, which translates to may I smoke a cigarette? Now, if we add the place of action, which is a room, and the particle de, we will get heya de tabako sutte mo ii desu ka, which translates to may I smoke a cigarette in the room? Now, if ka is removed from the sentence, then it simply becomes a statement which can be a response to the question. So, if someone says heya de tabako sutte mo ii desu, then it means you may smoke a cigarette in the room. Let us see another type of response to the same question. If someone says hai dozo, then it means yes, please go ahead. On the other hand, if someone says iie ikemasen, then it means no, you must not. If someone says iie chotto komarimasu, then also it means no, and the person doesn't like it as it may cause trouble. So, you must not do that action. Like this, there can be many more expressions for declining requests which you will learn over a period of time. Let me give you another example. Kojo means factory and shashi no torimasu means to take photos. Its te form is shashi no totte, and by adding mo ii desu ka to it, we will get kojo de shashi no totte mo ii desu ka, which translates to may I take photos in the factory? Now, if ka is removed from the sentence, then it simply becomes a statement which can be a response to the question. So if someone says kojo de shashin o tottemo ii desu, then it means you may take photos in the factory. Let me give you another example. Ima means now, kaigishitsu means meeting room, and hairimasu means to enter. Its te form is haitte, And by adding mo ii desu ka to it, we will get ima kaigishitsu ni haitte mo ii desu ka, which translates to may I enter the meeting room now? And as a response, if someone says ima kaigishitsu ni haitte mo ii desu, then it means you may enter the meeting room now. Let me give you another example. Denki means light and tsukemasu means to turn on. Its te form is tsukete, and by adding mo ii desu ka to it, we will get denki o tsukete mo ii desu ka, which translates to may I turn on the light? And as a response, if someone says denki o tsukete mo ii desu, then it means you may turn on the light. Let me give you one more example. Raishu means next week, kayobi means Tuesday, and yasumimasu means to take a holiday. Its te form is yasunde, and by adding mo ii desu ka to it, we will get Raishu no kayobi yasunde mo ii desu ka, which translates to may I take a holiday on next Tuesday? And as a response, if someone says Raishu no kayobi yasunde mo ii desu, then it means you may take a holiday on next Tuesday. Just remember, with ka at the end of the sentence, the expression will be for asking permission, and without ka, the expression will be for giving permission. Before I go to the next pattern, let us first see the meaning of V1-te kara. V1 is the first verb, and V1-te kara means after V1. That is, after the action denoted by the verb V1 is completed. For example, if V1 is tabemasu, its te form will be tabete, and tabete kara will mean after eating. On similar lines, nonde kara will mean after drinking. Tsukatte kara will mean after using. Benkyou shite kara will mean after studying, and so on. Now, let us add the second verb V2, and the sentence pattern will become V1-te kara V2, which means V2 after V1. This sentence pattern indicates that upon completion of the action denoted by the verb V1, the action of the verb V2 is to be conducted. Let me give you a few examples and the usage will become clear. Kaigi means meeting and ovarimasu means to finish or get over. Its te form is owatte, and if we add kara to it, we will get kaigi ga owatte kara, which means after the meeting is over. You also know that honya means bookshop and the verb ikimasu means to go. So if I say kaigi ga owatte kara honya e ikimasu, then it means after the meeting is over, I will go to the bookshop. As you can see, the pattern has the te form of the first verb followed by kara and then by the second verb, which is in its original form. Let me give you another example. Tomodachi means friend and asobimasu means to play. Its te form is asonde, and if we add kara to it, we will get tomodachi to asonde kara, which means after playing with my friend. You also know that uchi means house and the verb kaerimasu means to return or go home. So if I say tomodachi to asonde kara uchi e kaerimasu, then it means after playing with my friend, I will go home. Let me give you another example. Okane means money and karimasu means to borrow. Its te form is karite, and if we add kara to it, we will get okane o karite kara, which means after borrowing money. You also know that the verb kaimono shimasu means to do shopping. So if I say okane o karite kara kaimono shimasu, then it means after borrowing money, I will do shopping. Let me give you another example. Aircon means air conditioner or AC, and keshimasu means to turn off. Its te form is keshite, and if we add kara to it, we will get aircon no keshite kara, which means after turning off the AC. You also know that mado is window and the verb akemasu means to open. So if I say aircon o keshite kara mado o akemasu, then it means after turning off the AC, I will open the window. Let me go to the last example. Te means hand and araimasu means to wash. Its te form is aratte, and if we add kara to it, we will get te o aratte kara, which means after washing hands. You also know that kudamono is fruit and the verb tabemasu means to eat. So if I say te o aratte kara kudamono o tabemasu, then it means after washing hands, I will eat fruits. Just remember to construct the te form of the first verb, add kara, and then the second verb. Next, let us learn how to translate simple English sentences to Japanese. The first sentence is, may I smoke a cigarette inside the factory? Factory is kojo, inside is nakade, cigarette is tabako, and to smoke is suimasu. Since it is a request asking for permission, we have to use the pattern ending with te mo ii desu ka So the translation will be Kojo no naka de tabako o sutte mo ii desu ka? Let us go to the second sentence. Next month is Raigetsu, country is Kuni, and return is Kaerimasu. Here again, it is a request asking for permission. So the translation will be Raigetsu Kuni e kaette mo ii desu ka? Let us go to the third sentence. Company is Kaisha, umbrella is Kasa, and borrow is Karimasu. So the translation will be Kaisha no kasa o karite mo ii desu ka? Let us go to the fourth sentence. Lunch is hirugohan, eat is tabemasu, little is koshi, and sleep is nemasu. There are two verbs, tabemasu and nemasu, and we have to use the te form of the first verb. So the translation will be hirugohan no tabete kara skoshi nemasu. Let us go to the fifth sentence. Work is shigoto, finish or get over is owarimasu, what is nani, and do is shimasu. There are two verbs owarimasu and shimasu, and we have to use the te form of the first verb. And since it is a question, it has to end with ka with a rising intonation. So the translation will be Shigoto ga owatte kara nani o shimasu ka? Let us go to the sixth sentence. Dinner is bangohan, cooking or making is tsukurimasu, TV is terebi, and watch or see is mimasu. So the translation will be Bangohan o tsukutte kara terebi o mimasu. Let us go to the seventh sentence. Results is kekka, confirm is kakunin shimasu, and contact is renraku shimasu. So the translation will be Kekka o kakunin shite kara renraku shimasu. Let us go to the eighth sentence. MOM or minutes of meeting is gijiroku. Update is koshin shimasu. And send is okurimasu. So the translation will be Gijiroku o koshin shite kara okurimasu. Let us go to the last sentence. English is eigo and the question is shitsumo shimasu. Since permission is being given, we have to use the pattern ending with te mo ii desu. So the translation will be eigo de shitsumo shite mo ii desu. If it was a request asking for permission, then you would have added ka at the end. Okay? So that is it for now. I hope this video was useful. If you're new to my channel, don't forget to sub below. And if you found the video good, give it a thumbs up and share it with others. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video. Bye.